Hello and welcome. My name is Aaron Barnes. This is James Melander. We're with Lassen PC, and today we are talking to you about new computers and what you need to know before you go out and buy one. It's the holiday season is coming upon us shortly. For those that celebrate such things, for those that don't, hey, there's just a good.
There's the Festivus for the rest of us.
Yes, good time
for festivities.
Yes.
Festivities, yeah.
Good,
like that.
Good shopping opportunities and deals out there for everyone, for those that don't celebrate anything else. So first, starting off, why would a person need to buy a new computer? What's wrong with my grandma's Windows 98 second edition computer she still has?
Well, if you press it to turn it on, and then you can go out and do your shopping and get some lunch, come back, and then you can browse the web. You know, it might be time to get a new one.
Any other reasons?
98, XP's dying. Not going to be supported any longer, so you need to upgrade your operating system. It's the easiest way to do that is just get a new machine.
Yes, if a person is still using XP or older for a computer, Windows is stopping, Microsoft is stopping support for the XP operating system in April of the next year, 2014. So just 5 months away, just over 5 months, it's no longer being supported. What that means is huge security problems for anyone that has a XP operating system machine. So now's the time to look and purchase a new one. So what you're looking for in a new computer, there's several things. There's a lot of things that are measured in gigabits and bytes and megabits and bytes and gigahertz and all those fancy things. We'll start with the three big things, in my opinion, to look for are RAM, not just how much is on the machine, but what it's upgradable to. It might have 4 or 6 gigabytes of RAM, which, okay, 4 is all right to start off with, and 6 isn't bad to start with either, but if that's the maximum amount it can take, if it's not upgradable, there's a reason why that machine's so cheap. You want to make sure it's upgradable in the future to at least 16 gigabytes, if not 32. That future-proofs the device, the hardware, a little bit, so that in a few years, when it does start to get slow because of new games, new software, new accounting stuff, you can just add more RAM. That'll speed things back up. Processor speed. Oh, and yeah, RAM is measured in gigabytes. The more, the merrier. You want at least, preferably 6 to start, and upgradable to 16 or 32. So now, processors.
Processors. Well, there's ones to really avoid getting. Those would be the Celerons, the Semprons, the Pentium dual cores. Those are a few generations old, and they were slow when they were brand new. So if you get it now, it might be $180 for a laptop with one of those processors. You're going to be replacing it a year from now, because no matter what you do, it's just going to be really, really slow, because they were slow processors when they came out, and they're really old now.
I'm surprised they still make the Celerons?
Still do.
Wow. Yeah. So a person looking at a computer in the box with all the specifications on it, if it says it's 2.5 gigahertz, is that good or bad?
Again, it depends on what the processor is. I mean, you could have a 2.5 gigahertz Celeron, but that's really slow. And conversely, you could have a 1.8 gigahertz Core i7 or one of the AMD A10s, and that would completely blow away the Celeron, just because the architecture is different, and the i7 and the AMD A10 have multiple cores to work with.
So if a machine says that it's a dual core or quad core, is a general rule of thumb, is it going to be faster than ones that say that aren't?
General rule of thumb, yeah. Some apps still aren't optimized for more than one core, but that's becoming the standard. Is dual, and now we're moving into quad core being the most optimized for type of platform. So, and that's just going to increase more and more as we go. So they have octa-core machines now, and some servers are like 16 cores. It's pretty sweet.
I want one of those for Christmas.
Give me a bonus, and I'll buy it for you.
All right.
Yeah.
Hard drives. Hard drives, space-wise, the amount of space on a hard drive is measured in gigabits, and on a low end, you would find a machine, whether it's a laptop or desktop, to have at least 500 now, upwards to a terabyte or more. A terabyte is 1,024 gigabytes. That's not, and that's the amount of information that can be saved on the machine. That is pictures and videos and operating systems and games. That's not the only factor you want to look at the hard drive. The other real big factor, if you're looking at speed, you want to look at the revolutions per minute of the drive, the RPMs, because you could have a terabyte of space, which is great, but only a 5,400 RPM spinning drive. That's really not too fast. 7,200 is pretty much the norm for machines now, but they still make some that have 5,400s. So look for 7,200 or higher.
Unless you get a solid state.
Unless you get a solid state drive. Solid state drives, they'll be called SSDs instead of HDDs, and it's physically the same shape as your hard drive that's in a computer. However, there are no moving parts, so you don't have to wait for the revolutions per minute of the drive spinning around. It's like a big flash drive. So the read-write times, how fast information can move to and from a solid-state drive, is much, much, much faster than your standard hard drive, whether it's 54 or 7,200 RPMs.
And also you don't have to worry about defragging on an SSD.
Yes, you specifically do not want to defrag SSDs because it shortens the lifespan of the device. So if you have a Windows 7 or 8 machine, you want to disable your defragmentation because it'll try to do it automatically in the background when you're not looking. Network speeds on a new computer. Some desktops have built-in wireless as well. Pretty much all new computers have what is called 10, 100, 1,000 network connection speed. And that's all in megabits, 10, 100, 1,000. For your wireless connections, the standard used to be A and B and G. In the last couple of years, they rolled out N. So that should be standard on any new laptop or desktop with wireless. It should have the N connection as well. A new, faster format is coming out called AC. So if you are looking for a new laptop or desktop with wireless, if you see one that has the AC option on there as well, hey, that's going to provide you with faster wireless speeds from your device to your router. So that is definitely something to look at. What else should they be looking for? Blu-ray drives?
Blu-ray if you really want to.
High definition drive?
No, HD DVD has never really took off, but Blu-ray, I mean, I really can't speak for it because I don't use optical media for movies. I just stream everything, and that's kind of where it's going. So it really depends on how much you use Blu-ray, but if you do, I mean, that's something to look out for.
What's this thing called Thunderbolt?
Thunderbolt is a proprietary connector developed by Apple and Intel, and it is 20 gigabits per second bidirectional. That's Thunderbolt 2. Thunderbolt 1 was 10 gigabits bidirectional, so a total of 40 gigabits per second throughput total. It basically is, to get techie, a PCI Express externally. So it can handle ridiculous amounts of speed. You can daisy chain devices and actually run monitors and storage devices off the same port. It's pretty nifty. Not many machines except for new Apple products have that on there. It's just taking a little bit to take off, but it is really, really fast.
It's very customizable as far as a physical connection.
Yeah, you can get an adapter and plug pretty much anything into it.
So you see a machine that says it has Thunderbolt on it, it's probably a Mac, and you should buy it. Not that we're a Mac Pro or anything, but we do like Macs as well.
Yes.
Speaking of that, Mac versus Windows, there are a lot of arguments on each side, which is better. Yes, you can play more games on a Windows machine just because more games are made for Windows. So for heavy gamers, Macs probably aren't so much a choice unless you also install Windows on a Mac, which is very simple and easy to do. Out the door, Macs do cost more. However, for the lifespan of the product, in fact, today we're talking to you live from a MacBook Pro late 2008 edition, and with upgrading the RAM once and putting a faster drive on it, it is literally faster now than when I first bought it several years ago.
Yeah, that's 2008.
Yeah, in computer terms, that's ancient. If this was a Windows machine, it would be on its last legs.
We'd be really laggy. Well, it might be depending on your internet connection, but
And ours.
and ours, yeah. But yeah, it wouldn't be as cool, and we'd be swearing quite a bit more.
No swearing G channel.
But we would be. We would be. We'd have to put a different rating on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mac versus Apple, the product lasts longer, so there's a big cost savings there, plus the operating systems. When Windows rolls out an operating system, when they rolled out Vista and 7 and 8, to buy that operating system upgrade for your existing machine cost $120 upwards to $200, depending on what the version was you wanted to upgrade to. Mac's Mountain Lion upgrade was $35 for 5 machines on your account, so that's quite a cost savings. Plus, I think Mavericks is
free.
Mavericks is free. The latest one they just came out with is free, so another huge cost comparison. Plus, security as far as antivirus products, not so much needed. You don't need to purchase a antivirus product for a Mac machine at this time. Windows machines, we strongly recommend it. But Macs are not 100% not impervious, but so far there's been extremely limited security issues with Macs. So if you have the extra funds for Christmas, if Santa was really good for you, maybe he might get you a Mac. I want the new round Mac.
The Mac Pro?
Yeah.
Well, see, I just give up on that, hoping I get stuff for Christmas, because I don't.
You get coal. You got to rock like Charlie.
I don't even get coal. Yeah, that's what list I'm on.
Okay. Okay. Well, thank you for your time, everyone. Of course, as usual, if any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to post comments below. Give us a call at our main number, 888-649-2880, or shoot us an email at help@lassenpc.com. And we will be back in a couple weeks with. I didn't look, so
good question.
We'll be back in a couple weeks with another topic that's brilliantly interesting.
Online shopping.
No, we're canceled that one.
Canceled that one.
Yes. Because I'm going to be on vacation.
The other one's online shopping as well. Well, that's a couple weeks.
Okay. Yeah. The next one's on online shopping, like where to go to get the best deals on computers and other electronic goodies for your holidays. Thanks, and have a good evening.